Okay, so these are yesterday I took off break. These are the two chicken sketches I did on Wednesday. And with these I decided to focus on the shape of the body, the form of the body first primarily, and not get bugged up down so much in details of the head or the feet. And I'm really quite pleased with how that turned out, like, especially this one, but this one too. Now, the face is really not detailed. There's not much to see of the eye or the particular forms of the skin flaps. But the chicken as a whole is much more present. The body feels much more real than in some of the other things I've done. Um, Yeah, so I like that one, and I like that one even more. This feels really three-dimensional, touchable almost. Maybe I've overdone the darks a little bit, but not too badly. Like if I were to frame this, I would probably like frame it like this. Has a bit too much space on the sides. But other than that, I'm quite pleased. I'm also pleased with the gray, the gray grass here. I don't think I would like it as much if I had kept the background green the way it was in my reference. It would be an entirely different picture. Yeah, so I think I will just keep doing that, keep focusing on the body first and trying not to get distracted by the fancy detail in the head and the feet. And today's chicken will be a white chicken. Maybe there will be several, I'm not sure yet. So I'm coming down from my yellow ochre chicken trip a bit and moving on to white chicken for that. And this is relevant because it means I did not have to mix any ochre, put fresh ochre on my palette. It's just white and black mostly. A little bit of brown. Which is why it makes sense to do all the white chicken in one sitting and then all the ochre chicken in another sitting. So here. Oh, timer. Timer. I think in this one, I'm just going to start with the highlights. Yeah, highlights. Yeah. Okay. Timer's started. Going to keep that a little bit mixed, just a little bit darker than pure white so that I have a bit more of a range to go down, to go up actually later if I want to. Differentiate more in there. Might not show up on the light gray paper at first, not very obviously. There's the highlights. There's something interesting about the shadows here, that they're very warm, almost a bit pinkish. I think because there's a bunch of brick walls around this chicken. Yeah, I didn't give myself a specific time frame for these things today, for this one at least. I think if I'm done with like covering the large shapes by the time the first 15 minutes are up, that's fine. It's like a good, reasonable, doable thing. And then I can spend the second 15 minutes faffing around, blending edges and refining things, and maybe putting in some details in the face. Who knows? Okay, that went overboard a bit. I think I did weird stuff here with some of these shapes, but let's see. I have no idea what's going on here, but and there's a slightly cooler, even darker shadow. Cast shadow, I mean. And of the large shapes in this is the darkest. I'm not going to make it completely black because I still want to keep the black for some details and occlusion shadows, but it's going to get pretty dark. Maybe that's a bit too brutal, but I think it'll dry. It'll be less dark once it's dry. Fine. Okay, and then the rest of the background is somewhere between this and that. And a little bit cooler. But I'll need more than I have mixed here. I'm afraid. Maybe. Okay, maybe that's what that works. So I'm skipping the red brick walls in the background part because I want to keep color contrast to the red of the skin once I get to it. I haven't yet found a good method for negotiating between the little spikes of the comb and the background. So today I'm going to try to paint them over the background rather than leaving spaces for them. We'll see how that goes. And that also means I'm going to wait until I put in I'm going to wait with putting in the red until the background is dry. I like fussing with edges. It's fun. Makes things prettier, I think. At least when I do it right. So what am I doing? I'm playing with edges, and I've started to blend. So also playing with edges. Okay, I'm going to restart the timer. So second set of 15 minutes started now. Okay, somehow I did the timer wrong. Probably gave myself another extra 30 seconds or something like that. But I should not be messing around with textures yet. I'm at putting in the red, the head. going to make the beak, give the beak a red undertone as well, even though it's not red. Because it's in shadow, it kind of looks a bit red. So this just becomes one big, I mean, not that big, but one unified red shape. I can still play around with later if I should still have time to play around with. Am I getting bogged down in the details of the head? Probably. Probably I should move on to doing other things. But this is fun. Okay, just putting in a very basic eye, and then I'm moving on, I think, I hope. Okay, moving on. Moving on. Adding some of the pure white accents that I left myself space in the colors earlier. Some more. There's a bit of something lighter going on in the shadow area as well. Why am I mixing with my supposedly pure white? Shouldn't do that. Two and a half minutes left. A little bit of an extra shadow maybe here between the wing and the rest of the body, but maybe that I shouldn't have done that. Sometimes it fragments the body too much when I do that, but in this case it kind of worked out, I think. And a little bit extra dark, almost black occlusion shadow. No. Here again, it's annoying that I don't really know how dark or light this is going to be when it dries. Because right now it feels too dark, but it might not be anymore by the time it dries. It's 30 seconds. The eye has gotten a bit too big, but it's okay. No, I did it all wrong. And timer's done, but I'm going to fix the eye. Okay, so that's chicken number 17, I think.